What's up, sleazeball?
Okay, well, this lighting's really fucking weird. I actually don't know if I like it. And I'm getting emails. Everyone stop. Yeah, this is what we're gonna have to work with. Hello, how's it going? Just kidding, I can't do it. The kitchen light's driving me insane.
Right, well, why she struts off. Hi, the other one. The one that takes care of the business end of things. Business. The one that cleans up her bullshit.
I've been feeling really inspired to just run my little mouth these days, so that's what we're doing. I wanted to make this video kind of short and sweet.
Which I don't at all, by the way.
Mainly because, I don't know. I actually don't even want to say that. Maybe it's gonna be really long. Like, who's to say? I'm a little discombobulated right now because I've had a really discombobulating day. I have been lackluster and all over the place and like very self-sabotagey today. And I don't know about you guys, but self-sabotage is something that I struggle with so bad as a person. And like, I always thought that it was like simply just the human condition to self-sabotage and like we all did it in our own ways. And I still believe that we do. But sometimes I talk to somebody that's just like so chilled out and so like, why would I want to hurt myself? Why would I do that? And they have that mindset. And I'm getting there, but that's like a brand new like thing for me. I never ever had that, ever. I have always been one, especially like in the teenage years and, you know, into my early 20s. I'm only 21, but like it's been a reoccurring theme, I guess, in my life for a really long time. And so yeah, I'm like, I like to blow shit up. And I've been thinking a lot about self-sabotage because, like I said, I've had a really strange day I've acted in ways that I thought I was past, and I don't want to get into specifics yet because I feel ashamed and embarrassed of some of the things. And so guys, okay, this is a quick side note. I just like sniffed inwards.
Right, no, totally, because normally when we sniff, it's outwards.
Yeah, totally, as opposed to sniffing outwards. And it was a sniff that felt like I'm getting sick. Which would make so much sense because my body's probably just like, girl, you're doing the most. Chill the fuck out. But yeah, I've been doing so good. And here's the thing. A lot of people self-sabotage in certain areas and they don't even realize that they're doing it, and they don't even realize that it's like a harmful thing to do to yourself, and they don't even realize like they're just like on this specific mode where they're not really thinking about their actions. They're just kind of like,
now I know what you're probably thinking / screaming at your screen, like, oh my god, yeah, there's a perfect saying for this. Please just say it. Don't worry. I was doing the same thing. She eventually gets there.
Turned off their brain, or just there's a saying for this. What the fuck is it? It's gonna drive me nuts. Autopilot.
Oh, thank you. That was driving me insane.
They're on autopilot and they're just like, and they're not really thinking. My thing is I'm constantly thinking, and the thing that makes it worse is that I'm so aware of all of the places in my life where I fall short, or all of the places and areas and relationships that I have with certain external things, that I'm so hyper aware that they are problems for me in my life. And I'm aware of them, and yet I still act on them sometimes. And I think that that's hard, because it's hard when you know that you shouldn't be doing something, and then yet you still, this is gonna piss some people off, you still choose to do it. Because I say choose because you do. You do. I know you don't feel like you do, and that you don't have a choice, and that it's like so much higher than you and like so out of your control. First of all, don't give it that much credit, girl. Girl, stand up. But second of all, it sucks because today, like, especially, I don't know what, I think I just have like a lot of stress, and I have a lot of new beginnings in my life that are really exciting, but I have a lot going on, and I definitely like reverted back to comforts that I thought brought me comfort that I know don't actually bring comfort. It's just my brain reverting back to what I used to know. And I did that, and it's not fun. It's not fun. And the thing, though, why I'm making this video is because instead of going down the shame spiral, which, again, extrapolate this to whatever area in your life you need to. You know what I'm talking about. The shame spiral that follows after, and the self-loathing, and the beating yourself up, and the being vicious to yourself, and it's so funny. It's so funny the way that we work as humans, because first of all, if hating yourself and beating yourself up for all of these things and guilt worked, don't you think it would have worked by now? Don't you think you would have finally gotten over that hump, gotten from point A to point B, if all of that worked? Sit with that for a second, because I've been in these spiral patterns for years, and it was always do something that was really, that I didn't like, that didn't align with myself, and go against myself, and like, do these things that I know are not the best for me, and then beat myself to a living crisp about said things that I did, and promise myself that I'm never gonna do that again, god damn it, and then do it again. Now, I'm no Albert Einstein. E equals MC.
Babe, Albert Einstein is rolling over in his grave at this point. Or you somehow killed him again. How do you figure that?
Clearly I'm not Albert Einstein.
Yeah, clearly.
What the fuck is that?
Hashtag E equals MC squared, beyotch.
E equals MC squared. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, me, for remembering that. I think I thought about Mr. Peabody and Sherman, because I'm pretty sure it's in that movie. Love that movie. Ugh, it's so fun. But, I'm no Albert Einstein, but last I checked, it doesn't work.
Wow, that was a whole bunch of build-up for the most anticlimactic, it doesn't work. Yeah, okay, period. Why didn't you lead with that?
Like, when has humiliation and shame and embarrassment ever done anything for anyone? Whether you do it to yourself or whether you do it to another, I'm like, no. All that does is build up an insane resentment for whoever is involved, whatever party's involved, yourself, whatever party, because I can say for certain, as someone that has been very deeply shamed and humiliated and embarrassed by authority figures in my life, I'm not gonna name names. We're cool now, don't worry, we worked it all out, like forgiven stuff.
Forgiven stuff, right, yeah, totally. Y'all know that age-old saying that they say. Huh?
Anyway, that actually did nothing but develop so much just internalized trauma and internalized bullshit, and like, yeah, shame and humiliation, they never work. They never work when people do it to you, so why do you think you doing it to yourself is going to be any different? Like, it's not. And another thing, too, that I realized, again, today, I did all of these things that I knew were so colossally not good. And then after I did it, this is where I did a little switcho changeo. Instead of like, I immediately like left my apartment, and went and just laid in the sun right after, before all the thoughts could spiral in, before I could keep going. And like keep going down the, like, because that's another thing, it's easy once you do one thing that's bad to just go down a path. I was like, no, reframe. We're not doing that today. We're not doing that. It doesn't make sense. Go lay and just sit with yourself and be like, really reflect and be like, what the fuck was that? Acknowledge you did it, but don't be mad that you did. Like, genuinely. And I know it's easier said than done. And another thing too is like, I think I'm titling this video, having a kiki with my demons, because I have been recently. Yeah, I've been pouring them a cup of tea and whatever. Yeah, we've been getting cozy and cuddling and spooning and whatnot.
And scissoring.
Oh, I wish I could title this Scissoring with My Demons, but I really fear that's not it. Anyway, I've been doing this thing where I've been actually welcoming them. Like, because I've spent so much of my time, again, going down the shame, like, oh, why am I like this? Why do I have all these weird dark parts to me and these shadow sides to me? Like, whoa. First of all, newsflash, babe, we all do. Whether or not people want to like say it or not. Everyone's got a little bit of a dark streak in them, and it looks different for everyone, and it manifests in different areas. But another thing is, if these are not addressed, they're going to manifest and come out at some point in your life. Like, you cannot keep these hoes under wraps forever, and you keeping them under wraps is the exact reason that they're fucking tormenting you. I'm saying this like in a very, obviously, like, they're not actual demons. I don't want to freak you out. Like, I don't know what they are, but I believe that there is darkness, whatever you want to fucking call it. I don't care. I don't have the energy to just argue and bitch with you, okay? The darkness that lives inside of you, that we all have, okay? Don't trip sack, babe. We all have it. It's fine. You're cool. It's all cool. First of all, another thing that's helped just real quick is like not making it that deep. Like, normalize not everything being so deep. That's not to discredit your experience and discredit and undermine your feelings, because those are very real, babe. Chill out. I see you. I hear you. I get it. I'm with you. It's a fucked up shit show here sometimes. But also remembering that not everything has to be that deep. You're going to be okay. Life still moves on, and that's another thing that I want to get to after this whole thing. I've been welcoming them, and I've just been like sitting with them, and I've just been like, okay, girl, so what the fuck? What are you doing here? Where did you come from? And even if I don't even get that answers, but I've actually been able to pinpoint a lot of like where my shit comes from. Has it been fun? Not really, but it's been very needed to be addressed, because I want to move on and be a different person going forward. For many reasons, but basically the decision that I've come to as a human being recently in my life is that I need to exist in this world a hell of a lot differently. And the only way to do that is to address some past pain. And that's the thing too, like, not addressing the past pain, that's kind of a lot of the time all the pain and the darkness wants, is just to be acknowledged. And I'm like, oh really? Is that really it? Is that all you wanted? Like, you just wanted to be acknowledged? Like every other living thing, it just wants its existence to be like known and seen and validated almost. Like, I've kind of just sat with it and I've been like, wow, okay, yeah, I see you. Why are you hurting me? And that's kind of been it. Like, it really has not been that deep. It's been actually kind of like, it's really just a matter of bringing up all of this dark, weird guilt, shame, all of these things that you try to keep under wraps about yourself, all of these things that you think make you wrong or bad. First of all, babe, you're not weird or fucked up. If you are, then we all are. It's okay. But bringing them up and just being like, okay, you are what you are, and you no longer are serving me, but you did serve a purpose for me. And that's another thing. Like, sometimes, like, they're not that evil, or they're not like this scary woo thing. Like, they're kind of just there because they kind of just, it's a part of you, and it's been a part of you for so long. And a lot of the time, sometimes they're just there to keep you safe. Like, you don't know. Some of your demons might be actually trying to help you, even though they're not really, but they're just kind of what you've known. And so your brain likes what it knows, and like, yeah, your brain likes familiarity, and because you have been holding on to this for so long, it's familiar. Your brain just like keeps it around and keeps it there because like it doesn't know any better. It doesn't know any different. And that's why it's important to bring shit to the surface and at least just acknowledge it. Like, you don't have to fix it or change it or scold it or be weird or be so like, what? Why are you doing this to me? Like, all of this stuff, you can just be like, okay, hi. Just literally saying it and just being like, you're here. What the fuck, dude? Like, I think I'm done hanging out with you, Loki. Like, this is not, it doesn't make sense. You don't make sense to be here anymore. Maybe you did at one point in my life, but it doesn't make sense for me anymore. Move on. Easier said than done. But that's what I'm saying. I'm like, your demons, like, you can literally, like I said, I've been having a kiki with mine. I've been having a whole ass party. I'm like, fine. Then we're gonna have a hullabaloo. Whatever the fuck. Fine, whatever. We're gonna get wasted. Just kidding. Oh my god. That's actually not allowed for me at this current moment in time. But yeah, I don't know. Just being like, just not even like being like weirded out by anything anymore. I've literally, like today, I just removed myself completely from the situation and planted myself and plopped myself outside in the sun and got back into myself and was just like, okay, that was interesting. I wonder why I've been acting the way that I have been today, and I've been letting the shitty parts of myself kind of rule the roost today. Like, what's up with that? I'm not mad at myself for that because it's a very human thing. Like, it's a very human thing. That's just it. We all have those days where we kind of just check out and let whatever the fuck run us. And it doesn't make you weird or wrong, it just makes you alive, you know? And it doesn't always have to be that way going forward for you. That's one thing that I want to remind you. You have a lot more control than you give yourself credit for. You actually are the one in control. So even though some days it feels like not so much, just gentle reminder. You can always take the reins back whenever you want. And also, I was laying there and I was laughing. Like, I was actually laughing. Like, normally, like I said, I'm just so knee deep in the passenger seat. Eating whatever is a casual now. But I'm so knee deep in self-hatred and self-loathing and like, just, I can't believe you did that. Never again, you piece of shit. Blah, 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 blah. This is like my hand, me as fuck. Just I'm just like, oh, what's that like? Yeah, that fighter move that people do. That one to myself. It's so stupid. I'm like in a boxing ring fighting myself, and I'm just like, girl, we're not getting anywhere. And again, like I said, if that has worked, dude, like if genuinely, if doing all of that got you your desires and your wants and what you crave to experience in this life, like, wouldn't you have it by now? That's the thing. And at least in my case. But anyway, I was laying out there and I was laughing my ass off instead of going down the shame spiral, and I was like, the birds are still chirping. Like, airplanes were still going above me. Like, life around, people were walking with their dogs, like, around me, and I was just laying there and I was like, oh my god, like, I started laughing my ass off. I was like, oh my god, life is going to go on. Huh. And it was like this moment of peace and calm washed over me because I was like realizing that I'm like, it does not have to be so painful going forward if I don't want it to be. And even if I do fuck up, which I will, we all will, life still continues to exist out and around you. And you continue to exist within it, whether you like it or not, Cupcake.
Don't you dare make a joke. I can see you revving up. I can see the little cogs in your brain trying to. Don't do it.
Come on, let me just say one.
Fine, one.
Because I sure didn't for a while. Yeah. Yep.
Oh my
god. Actually, having this very lighthearted approach to like shadow work, because you hear it all the time, people are like, you gotta do shadow work and you gotta dig deep and you gotta do all these things to fix yourself and you fix yourself. There's nothing to be fixed. Like, you are the way that you are for a very good fucking reason, babe. Like, please let yourself off the hook a little bit, because if other people won't, I will. I'm letting you off the hook. You're good. You don't need to be fixed. Oh my god. You just have to acknowledge those darker parts of yourself. Otherwise, they're going to resurface at some point, and like I said, they're gonna manifest in some real ugly ways. Ooh, you have no idea how them hoes can fuck you up. Or maybe you do. And if you do, Godspeed, same. But having a more lighthearted approach to the whole like facing your demons sort of thing, and just kind of like laughing at it and being like, wow, I really thought that this was the answer, and I really thought that this was actually like going to help me cope going forward, and I really thought that this was the only way of thinking and being, and like this weird fucking belief that I've held on to for so long. Where did that come from? do I actually even believe that? Like, what are you doing here? Like, it's like this self-dissection, and you can kind of just like go in, and I don't know why I'm picturing the operations game. It's not even correlated, but just like go in and be like, no, don't do that. But you can just kind of go in and sift through and be like, hit on different pain points in your life, and like, it sounds like so not fun, but I'm like trying to make it fun, so I like don't spiral out. I'm just like, no, it's great, you're gonna love it. But like, just kind of touching on different pain points and being like, oh, like, that's there still. Wow, I didn't even know that still hurt me, and now maybe that's why I act in this way, and like, do I still have to act in this way? Well, I'm not technically experiencing that pain right at this moment, so I probably don't have to, like, reach for that comfort that I know is probably not going to serve me. But here's another thing. If and when you do, like, bring stuff to the surface and you acknowledge it and you let it be what it is, that's not like slapping a fucking I'm gonna make the same bit that I've made in like my Substack posts, but that's like slapping a Dora the Explorer sized fucking toddler band-aid on a gash that's actively bleeding out. Like, that's only half the battle, is what I'm trying to say, which I know sucks, because that's the thing. Just acknowledging it, obviously there's going to be some work going forward too, and just being like, if you have the perfectionist mindset, you're gonna expect yourself to be perfect going forward and be like, well, I acknowledged it, there it is, no worries, like, we're done, woohoo, moving on. You might fuck up and relapse and go back to it sometimes. That demon, even though it's been acknowledged, it might still linger for a bit. You might have thought that you gotten past something and you didn't. That's okay. That's totally okay. That is so valid. Honey, sometimes pain and cuts and all the wounds of it all are so deep that it takes a long time to work with them, and sometimes they're not even truly mended all the way. That's okay. That's fine. You are not expected to be able to deal with this life perfectly 100% of the time, because that doesn't exist for anyone, ever. I don't even care who it is. Like, it doesn't exist. It does not exist. Perfect 100% of the time doesn't exist. It's okay. It's okay. The important part is what you do after. That's always the important part. You always have two choices, no matter what. And, like I said, you don't need to beat yourself up for the choice that you just made, but it's like now the choice that you're going to make after that. It's like doing the next right thing. And, oh my god, that song in Frozen 2 makes me cry so hard every time, because I'm going to get super melancholy and super sad and totally buzzkill the whole mood. You guys cool with that? Well, you better be. It's my channel. I'm doing it. The person that I lost recently, that was one of the songs that she showed me when I was really knee-deep in a really shitty time in my life, and she played that Frozen 2 Next Right Thing, and it still to this day gets me through. Like, yeah, fuck it. Okay, a Disney movie, like, helps me, fine. You want to give me shit for that? Give me shit for that, bitch. I don't care. But yeah, just because you made one wrong mistake doesn't mean it needs to continue to cultivate and build momentum into just being a wrong day, wrong week, wrong month. Like, you'd be surprised. It's okay. It's so human. It's just so human. And being human, you are fragile sometimes, and that's fine. You kind of got to nurture yourself and be okay with that, and be like, you know what? It's okay. Like, I don't need to beat myself up for this any longer. Like, I can just move forward with it and acknowledge that it happened and carry on, my wayward son. You know what I'm saying? So, all that to be said, start having a little kiki with your demons, a little party. Yeah, send out little invitations and stuff, and, someone can bring a charcuterie board if you want, whatever you gotta do. Hang out with them and acknowledge that they're there. There is no need to be embarrassed about them or keep them under wraps, because there's nothing embarrassing about hurting and having parts of you that aren't so nice and aren't the prettiest. In fact, I think there's a lot of beauty in those parts. You'd be surprised. So, yeah, sexy, gorgeous bitch. Thank you so much for watching. I am also acknowledging myself because I'm really proud of myself because I handled things very differently than I normally do. I actually after I laid outside and did some coloring like a child, I was actually able to come in and do some things that I needed to get done, and the rest of my day is set up pretty nicely, and I'm gonna move forward with love and appreciation for myself instead of the latter. And actually, another thing real quick too is like, I gave myself the option, again, the two choices I was saying, I gave myself the option earlier. Like, I was like, well, I'm giving you the option to continue to fuck up the rest of your day if you want to. Like, you literally have a free day to go do, literally, sky's the limit, bitch. Like, you want to go do drugs? Let's go, like, hit up your plug. Like, hit up your plug, girl. Like, if really you want to self-sabotage, then let's fucking, don't be a pussy about it then. Then let's go all the way in. And I literally gave myself that option and I picked the other one. That's how crazy it is. Like, that's what happens when you don't move within guilt and shame and you actually like just kind of let yourself. You'll be surprised that you choose the option that's actually going to be beneficial for you in the long run a lot of the time, because I sat with that and I was like, ugh, no, like I actually want to do other things today and I don't want this whole day to be a fucking waste because I acted like a complete buffoon. Bring back that word. That word's so funny. Buffoon. Whatever. That's so cunty. But yeah, because I acted like a little aloof for the first half of my day, I'm like, wait, does that actually mean that the rest of my day has to suck fuck too? No. It doesn't. Only if you make it that way. Just some food for thought. Okay, seriously. Goodbye. You're so sexy. Ugh, all the time. Hugs and kisses. I'm in heat right now, anyway. So, that's good, I guess. I'm trying hard to, like, not judge myself for things and just let them be what they are. I say that, but every time I try to put, like, my work on a project of any sort, I almost projectile vomit every time because I'm like, it needs to be perfect! Perfect doesn't exist. Anyway, I love you. Before I keep projecting all my bullshit on you, I'm gonna let you go. I'm not into trauma dumping, but thank you for your time and for watching. And sorry, I'm like really boring right now. I don't want to be a bitch, but you guys are really boring. Do you guys know that audio? Anyway, I'm PMSing right now. So I am just a sad sack of shit to be around. And I'm dragging you down with me because why not? I love you. Kisses. Me double checking my work. Hey Siri, what is E equals MC squared? Aha! I was right. And scissoring. Yeah, that's the one.